Well, good morning to you. What a beautiful day, huh? Well, maybe not so much. But because I buy old records, I'm going to go out and look for old records. The thing is, I'm not going to do it so much locally. I'm going to head about, 80, 90 miles south of here. A little town called Fairfield. See what turns up. Hit some of the burgs around there. It's not a bad area for records. Sometimes I find old blues 78s. Occasional rockabilly thing. Wish me luck. Wish this rain would stop. So, south of the Metroplex, that's kind of where I live, should be clear. Corsicana area shows to be clear. Yeah, right. Well, we'll see if it clears up 30 miles south when I hit Fairfield. Well, I made it to Fairfield. Rain has stopped, thank goodness. This is where I went to high school. A long time ago. Typical Texas small town. Really no worse or better than any other. Looks like it's held its own in the years since I've graduated. I come here every now and then. Here's my first place. Looks like maybe they haven't opened yet for the day. I think they open at 10. I'm a few minutes early. I'll come back. Got a couple of others to check. If they don't open till 10, then I'll get me a cup of coffee. I deserve it. I work hard for that. Looks like the second place might be open or just getting ready to be open. It opens at 10. I'll come back in just a few minutes. Always wondered, though, about why places open as late as 10, and then they usually close promptly at 5. And closed on Sunday for the most part, places like this, antique shops and such. Seems like, especially on weekends, you'd want to be open longer because you have more people out and around shopping. Sunday, you're just sacrificing a whole day for whatever reason. If I owned one, I'd keep it open as much as possible, have somebody usually on premises. You feel like getting up at 4 in the morning and go look for something? Come to my shop. That'd be a good way to do it, wouldn't it? There's the Fairfield Texas Fairgrounds, such as it were. That's the little stage over there where they have their fair every year. That's where I played my first show playing music. I was, 17 or so. Had a little band. Played it a couple of times. Right down this street here's where I went to high school. We're not going there again. I did my time. Oh well, let's go check out the last place, turn around, then come back, wait out the others at 10 o'clock. Okay, here's the third place that I normally go when I come to Fairfield. That's open. Good. I found good things here in the past. It's been a while since I've been here, so hopefully they've gotten more stuff. I found some really cool blue 78s before. Let's go in. They tell me that there's no records left. They weren't selling and they got rid of them all. So it doesn't mean I've missed anything because apparently they weren't adding anything new. So I'll see what else they've got. There are other things in life than records. I haven't really figured that out yet, though. Case in point, why you don't take the word of the shopkeeper as to whether they have things or not. Here's a bunch of 78s, and that's good enough for me to look at for a bit. All right. Well, they did have a few 78s. One of them I would have liked to have had. It was a 78 on the opera label, but it's not opera, it's Western Swing and Hillbilly by Benny Hess, who's just incredible. In fact, I think I bought a record by his son Troy the other day. But it had a couple of major cracks in it. Otherwise in nice shape. If it had been something a lot more scarce or even rare, I would have definitely picked it up. Good news is they've got lots more stuff that they'll put in the shop. They say there might be records in it. We'll find out. I'm glad to see a shop that cleans itself out every now and then restocks itself. That's a good thing. A lot of places I go into, maybe after 5 or 10 years, you see the same stuff in there time after time. The only change is the people look just a little more wore down every time you see them. Not this place, apparently. They're doing well. Well, I made it back to the other place. The middle one that was closed, now they're opened. Looks like they've gotten some new stuff lately. We'll just see what turns up here. Remember, there used to be records in this room, so always good to open cabinets, especially if it looks like an old record storage unit. There's some records. Well, 45s, we'll start there and get stuck into the 78s. See what happens. No. Nothing in there that I needed, but guess what? The lady in there said, I've got hundreds of 45s at the house. They're in a big box. I'm not going to do anything with them. Gave her my information. She'll send me pictures of the records. Maybe I'll be coming back here, buy a big old box of records. Just got a network. Let's get back on the highway and put my seatbelt on. Well, back into bustling downtown Fairfield. Let's just see what else is here. Well, all right. They haven't opened yet. Oh my. Let's just go see what time they open. Well, they're closed. I don't know why. They're supposed to be open today. So today Fairfield's been a bit of a bust, but it's okay. I got away from rainy Dallas for a while. And let's head on down the road. Check out some of the small towns around. I don't know this place. Don't know if they're open either. We're fixing to find out. Looks like a resale shop / church. Good combination. 45 records. Looks like I'm going to be here a while. Making a little pile so far. About halfway through. A lot of soul records. Cool. Now I've got a big pile of records here to go to. Or through. Going to need both hands for this. Well, they had a lot of $2 records, so I took a gamble, and the record gods have smiled. The other brothers, that's a good soul group. I believe they're from Dallas. That's on a Los Angeles label. This is one that excites me, the Techniques 4. That's a very, very hard soul record. They're not in the best of shape. This one here, again, not in the best of shape, but they're very dirty. Maybe they'll clean up and play well. The offset on Brent, you're a drag. That's supposed to be a decent garage. This one is very exciting. Weird Sound by the Pastels. That's supposed to be some sort of garage record, if I recollect carefully or enough. I need another coffee. My words are getting all tangled. Next small town coming up. I don't know that there's any stores here anymore, but we're going to check it out. Actually, I'm just passing through this one, mostly on my way to another. Cool. Brand new antique mall. Never saw it before. Let's go in. This is exciting, ain't it? Well, this is a neat looking place. Was through here maybe a year ago, so this place has sprung up. Loaded to the gills with things. Maybe there'll be something for me. I also like to look for old vintage guitars. I don't find Martins and Gibsons and rare Fenders, but I do find a lot of the odd Japanese guitars, some of the old Harmonies or K's, things like that. They're always fun. Sparkly. So the walking is good. Now I'm down 32 pounds, almost 33 from 3 months ago, when I started the patented Don't Eat So Much diet. Well, that was all right. Bought a couple more $2 records. One's a kind of a rock and roll garagey thing, and the other is rock and rhythm and blues. So anyway, let's go on down the road. I've spent about 13 bucks, tax included, and I've got a handful. I think I've got 6 records so far. Was looking like I was going to have 0, so I'm all right. One of those records is a very rare Northern Soul thing. Hope it cleans up well, and even more so, hope it plays well, so that some DJ over in England will want to buy it and send money my way, and then I send it on his way, and he's happy and I'm happy. And now we're going to see what else is in this little town. Nothing so far. Let's continue this fine tradition. Used to be a thrift shop right here. There is a thrift shop right here, so I'm going to do a quick park. I think I bought some 78s here one time, many years ago. Probably nothing now, but hey, I'm not doing anything else, am I? No luck there. Always good to check, though. I think we've exhausted this town. I just did a quick turnaround, as I am wont to do, because I saw a place that might be a thrift shop, junk shop, or just a garage sale, and you always have to go to those because you don't know what's there, and they may not be around the next time you come by, and you'll miss things. So let's do another turnaround here and go see what's there. Yeah, it's a resale. Cool. Here are some things that look interesting. Small label Texas stuff. Probably just country, though. Pretty sure it is. All right. Well, switching to both hand mode. Well, these are the moments you live for. A very nice shape. Elvis Mystery Train. I'm not going to complain at all about today. Jerry Lee Lewis, too. Okay, not bad. Once again, we're at $2. This is the $2 day. Lane Brothers, kind of a rock and roll. Wynn Stewart, Uncle Tom Got Caught. Nice country rocker. I don't know Mailman by Leon Payne. Probably straight country. Here's a mystery record. Cabaret by Herb DeMack and the Cabarets. Houston label, published by the Big Boppers, I think, publishing company, unless I'm mistaken. I bet it's pop or something. We'll see. Chugging Rockabilly by Johnny Horton. Houston, Texas Country by Claude Gray. There we go. Johnny Cash. I just thought you'd like to know on Sun. And Marty Robbins covering Elvis Presley. That's all right. Jerry Lee Lewis. It's another common Sun. Wynn Stewart again. One of his hillbilly efforts, I think. Oh, good. We've got Luke the Drifter. That's Hank Williams doing Everything's Okay. And then I've got a personal message from a serviceman. Play it and see what it is. And the next record in the stack is the reason I go out and do this. Elvis Presley on the legendary Sun label in decent shape. It'll clean up nice. Mystery Train. Oh my. That's just nice. Records gods have decided to quit pulling me out of their drawers and playing with me at will, and they've decided to start coming across, since I did make the prerequisited sacrifices early this morning. So I am happy as a clam. I got up this morning, horrible rainy weather, almost decided not to come out this way because I've got to be back at my hacienda about 2 o'clock, do some domesticate things. So I'm happy. I came out here. I've got a stack of, probably, I think I'm at 20 records so far, maybe 21. 2 of them are pure gold. The Elvis on Sun, that's really great. Everybody wants to own a copy of that. And it's in nice shape. It'll clean up well. Probably a really clean VG. They usually show up trashed. Then I've got that Techniques 4 record, which is a very rare soul thing. All in all, it's good. Oh, cows. Wow. I'm taking a shortcut. I'm cutting off a good part of my trip because I looked at the clock and realized, oh my, I got to get down the road. So I've got about 40 minutes of looking to do, and then I've got to make haste to get back home. So a couple of more little towns, another stop or 3, and we'll put a cork in this one. We'll stick a fork in it because it's done. It's done well. Okay, we're arriving in the beautiful, hustling metropolis called Wortham, Texas. Just a few miles outside of the aforementioned and almost seen Curvin. And that's only about 10 miles from or even less than I grew up there in a little burg called Streetman, Texas. But the less said about that, the better. There's usually an antique shop here that's open, and I'm hoping that there'll be maybe some sort of thrift shop or maybe even another antique shop that sprung up. They spring up like mushrooms. For a short season, then they wither and die. Usually there's one or two in the area, though, that will stay in business for a while, if not permanently. So let's see what Wortham holds for us. It's a whole nother world, ain't it? We've made it to downtown. Let me see if I can squeeze through the thronging crowds here. Oh, yes. Hey, looks like some stuff's going on downtown. Good. Sometimes you'll drive through here and there's nothing going on. Up ahead to the left should be an antique mall. And here's the post office, barber shop, antiques. I think it's open. Let's go in and look. Well, it's just LP so far. I'm just looking for that one odd stack of 45s, like the ones that have been springing up all day. Okay, record player. Always pays to slow up and look where you see a player. Now, those are 12-inch 78s. That's not going to do me any good. Here I am. And this is very strange, but there we go. Star Day Records is one of the record labels that I absolutely adore, right up there with Sun Records. And that's just marvelous. So I'm going to go to both hands since I'm low on time. Oh my, there's a lot of them. Yeah. Well, I've got one by Billy Adams called Baby I'm Bugged. It's a good rocker. $3, not bad. I had to leave the Star Day record behind. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but the thing is, somebody had taken a nail or something to one side and just scratched it to death. Bet somebody was brokenhearted and didn't want to hear that song again. Oh well. It's time to get out of town. I don't think there's any place else in town to do any looking. I've got about an hour and a half to get back to the house. I think it's about an hour and 15-minute drive, so I'm in good shape. Okay, here's some of what I found today. This one is great. This is the surprise record, Cabaret by Herb DeMac and the Cabarets, or the Cabarets as they'd say, on Debbie Records. Looks like it's out of Houston. I expected pop. This thing's a rockabilly instrumental. Of course, everybody likes Johnny Horton. He did a nice chugging rockabilly here.
Right on time, still got your loving on my mind. I'm a-coming home. I gotta make some love. I'm a-coming home. Sweet turtle dove, I'm a-coming home to make sweet love to you.
Here's a rough-shaped garage thing by the Pastels called Weird Sound. That's a barn burner, ain't it? And of course, here's the one that really set my heart afire today. Elvis Presley himself, Mystery Train.
Train arrived, 16.
Oh my, that's nice, ain't it? Always love to find those. Always love to bring them home. Always glad if I don't keep them to sell them to somebody else. I buy old records. Like and subscribe.